Greetings. Peace, love, and light. It's chilly. It's chilly today. I ain't gonna be on here too long because I gotta work today. So I'm probably gonna be on here for another 30. Then just cooling. I look about rough as hell. Got me some good ass sleep. Shit starting to lay down now. You did. These back, couple back ones back here, a little shorter. Oh, you draping. You did. Past the ear. Saturday, I forgot to grab them eggs. So I don't know what I'm gonna eat. Feed the muscle. Yo, what down, what down, what down? Greetings. Peace, love, and light. God bless. You did. Grand awakening. You did. Appreciate the lights. Peace, love, and light. God bless. You did. Bless me. light in. I don't know if it's the cold or what, but I low-key been in a rut like a motherfucker, man. I think it's the cold. Do I have a daughter? Yes, I do. How old? I guess she like what, 16 now. My baby big now. You can't be mine. I doubt that. Yo, what's up? Peace, love, and light. God bless. You did. What's your name? See? Yeah, see? Can't pull them tricks on me, man. I know what's going on. I'm connected to mine, so I know I'll be able to know. I can read through this phone. From Canada. Grand Awakening, man. Peace, love, and light. God bless. You did? Shout out to Canada. I see you want to troll early this morning. Yo, what down? Greetings. God bless to you too. Peace, love, and light. You did? I gotta work today, man, unfortunately. I'm tired of working. Yo, what down? What down? Greetings. Peace, love, and light. God bless. You did. Appreciate the light. You did. Grand Awakening. Appreciate the lights. Peace, love, and light. God bless. You did. I do for work, I just work a regular 9 to 5, man. Nothing special. But I just cut my hours. I was full time, but I just went part time. I got so much shit going on. Then at the same time, they want to keep playing with me in this motherfucker. Cause I overextend and you know what I'm saying? I don't mind. I'm a team effort, you know what I'm saying? And I know my energy, my work ethic. So I put my energy into something, I overdo that shit. And motherfuckers take advantage of that shit without even being considerate. You did. Even though me being who I am, me being a chosen one, and I understand my position, you know what I'm saying? I show up and I show out, you know what I'm saying? I'm always playing hero, and it always end up me being fucked up in the end. Fuck that shit. Wanna keep sticking me in places and can't get me to one department where I can just do my job and go home. I'm working in every fucking department. And to be real, I'm fucking tired. It's draining. I'm not tired necessarily. Alright. I'm tired of the work. I can't do the work. But mentally and spiritually, I'm drained. You did. That's the old me, man. Trust me. If I was still doing that, I wouldn't be on here complaining about no job for sure. But yeah. That's exactly what's going on. And it's the poor management. Poor management fucks it up for motherfuckers like me. You did. Mind you, I come from being a manager, store manager, all that shit. And I'm gonna tell you that shit is not, motherfuckers like to hold, this is why I always say I don't care about shit but God. I don't care about money. Motherfuckers will hold that money shit. Well, you can make this much, you can make that much. Get you in that position, then you get in that position, your ass unhappy, overworked, you know what I'm saying? That wear and tear on your body ain't, yo, what down, greetings. Peace, love, and light. God bless. Katie. You did, but especially nowadays, man, the job shit just ain't it right now. It ain't it no more. I say if you young, 16 up to 21, 25, you gonna work a job, get in, don't fuck around with that shit. Make your money, invest that shit. You got all the time in the world to invest and come up with some shit. Once you hit a certain age, that shit just ain't it. It's just, I don't think it just ain't it, period. Cause the young motherfuckers don't even wanna work. You know what I'm saying? You got the young motherfuckers coming up going straight into entrepreneurship. So, it's just, and it's a lose-lose situation, you know what I'm saying? It don't matter how much you, especially if you got bills and all that shit. Your ass gonna forever be broke. Not only that, you gotta deal with so much bullshit inside the workplace. Shit, that's a smart move, man. Any way to escape the matrix, you did. You gotta get out how you live with this shit, cause It's only the motherfucking strong survive, and only the risk takers is the ones that's escaping this shit. For real. Motherfuckers like me, you gotta know your worth when it comes to that job shit. It don't matter what they paying, cause at the same time, you did. I know I'm worth way more than what the fuck. That's the thing. They don't want to pay motherfuckers. They want you to have. They want you to. You know what I'm saying? For the bare minimum, overwork yourself for the bare fucking minimum. And then it's non fucking stop all day, every day. You dig? And it's never no simple shit. It's never no simple shit. And then what makes it so fucked up about it, these is billion and trillion dollar fucking companies. You know what I'm saying? We getting the scraps. They giving our ass the scraps while they at the top fucking, you know what I'm saying? Luxury lifestyles and shit. Not even to mention when shit going on, you got your little disasters and the weather and all that shit going on. We be the ones at the bottom stuck keeping this shit moving. While motherfuckers go take their money and go take their family and go to safety and all that shit. They can afford that shit. You did. You gotta finesse your way through this shit. Appreciate the lights. Peace, love, and light. God bless. You did. This shit ain't nothing but a big ass finesse. You gotta finesse or get your ass finessed it. Either way it go. Cause they gonna use your ass, and then that's another thing. It's energy harvesting. That's all that shit is. That shit is wear and tear. That shit kills your spirit. You feel me? Then you can't even fucking really sit down and really reset. Cause you gotta right back up, go to that motherfucker again. Just too much. I went home early on their ass yesterday. They thought they ass was about to, hell no, I told their ass I ain't doing that shit. It's my some, but we need help we need help. We don't have nobody. They ain't got shit to do with me. That's not my department. That's what I did. That's what I told they ass yesterday. Then outside, they not even consider what the fuck I got going on outside this shit. So I'm finna go back part-time. I'm just gonna have to be very careful with my spending in order to pay my bills. But all in all, that's the difference. You can't, especially a motherfucker like me, especially when you chosen by God. You know what I'm saying? I go to God about everything. You dig? I know God gonna make sure I'm straight. God's been making sure I'm straight all my life. You dig? That's why I don't need or want for shit. I ain't going for none of that shit no more. All that nice shit, that shit only get you so far. Man, that shit be because you then not only that, you can make your money on the side and you got more time for yourself. You know what I'm saying? You got time for God, you got time for yourself, your health, all that shit. Motherfuckers try to make that job shit out to be like it's okay to work, but that shit ain't worth giving that shit your all. Giving that shit all your energy and your spirit. That shit drains you. You know what I'm saying? That shit getting in the way of me working out, going to the gym, my diet back fucked up. I'm back eating like shit because I ain't got time to eat, make shit. I'm hustling, busting back and forth. Fuck that shit, man. That shit ain't it. That's why I don't care about shit but God. Don't let this worldly shit trick you into thinking you gotta do all this extra shit to make it. Man, Hell yeah, I did night shift. One of my first jobs. Well, night shift was my first job, and I did that. I did another job. I did a couple times. That overnight shit, that shit is not it. And people, motherfuckers need to understand, like he was saying, with your sleep pattern and all that shit is important. Even though we don't need a lot of sleep, we need sleep. That shit is important. That should have your ass around here. Health down, degrading, motherfucking hallucinating, all types of shit. Motherfucking, that shit have you out of your mind. That shit have your ass really like a fucking zombie. And what you don't understand is when you know your worth and you know the work you put in, you can't get cut out. I can't get cut out. For one, I'm always on time. For two, I do my job. I overdo that damn job. Like, you know what I'm saying? I can be a fucking manager if I wanted to, but that shit is dead. Motherfuckers try to hit me with that shit. Nope. Tried to make me go to nights. Try to throw me on nights. Nope. My availability is my availability. Y'all can't go around that shit. And it's union. It's a union. So I ain't tripping on shit. As long as I show up and do what I'm supposed to be doing, they can't fuck with me. And besides, don't nobody want to do the work. That's why they got me doing every fucking thing. I just got through training for a whole new department. I trained in that whole new department because they needed help over there. They went turned around because they seen once they put me in another department, they not gonna have that help in the department. You know what I'm saying? See, that shit ain't it. That shit draining over time too. And it take a minute to get your sleep schedule really to adapt to that shit. Cause it's hard trying to sleep throughout the day. By the time you get off, you gonna be up. You know what I'm saying? Body on this regular routine. You didn't work through your sleep schedule. Fuck that shit. I got so many other gifts and so much shit I could be doing. Fuck that. Caught up in a rat race trying to keep up with shit. Yeah, your sleep schedule gonna be fucked up for sure. And you gonna be fucked up. Like, over time, that shit is not healthy. Cause then you ain't even got time to fucking really eat. So at the same time, you gotta stop and get something quick. Or, you know what I'm saying, you eating shit out the break room, you know what I'm saying? That food most definitely ain't it. And then your body just gonna start breaking down. That's the thing, you gotta listen to your body with this shit too. That's where I'm at. I'm all stressed the fuck out, not getting no rest. I already don't sleep, but at the same time, I'm not getting no rest. Then I start picking up the overtime. Then I had thought about that shit. Like, I ain't getting no fucking badges or honor for this shit. I'm not getting none out of this shit. They can't even be considerate enough to give me a decent schedule to a point where I can at least get some type of rest. Give me 2-3 days off. Come back rejuvenated. Didn't want to be sticking me in a fucking freezer all and nah, fuck that. That shit is dead. I put God first. My mental health, my spiritual health, all that shit come first. Fuck all that. Motherfucker, I'm gonna make sure everything, you know what I'm saying? I've been making it. I ain't doing none of that extra shit, man. And that's another thing. Motherfuckers be talking about certain jobs, you can make certain type of money. All money ain't good money, for real. Especially when you got gifts. When you got gifts, that's a different, you know what I'm saying? I got gifts. I ain't gotta depend on that shit. I've been doing that shit, this working shit long enough to understand you don't get shit out of this shit. Nothing. But struggling, bad health, mental health, problems, motherfucking, just all bad in the end. Hell yeah. Hell yeah, all they gonna do is replace your ass. You gotta be smart, man. Especially nowadays, this job shit, you gotta be smart. You gotta outthink they ass, cause they know they gonna replace you at the end of the day. That shit gotta keep going. That's what I meant. You can't take no shit. You gotta know your worth of these jobs. You can't take no shit. If that's even if that costs you walking out, you gotta just put God first, pray, and get the fuck on. And God gonna have the next one lined up for you. But other than that, then they try to hold the spill shit over your head. You getting fired, all that shit. They know motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? See, I went to trade school, but I didn't finish. I had my son at the time. Hell yeah, shit. Walk away with something. That way you will have what you need to make it to get the next one. You did. I done did all that shit, man. But this gonna be my last motherfucking job. I'm gonna work this part-time shit. I'm gonna work this part-time shit. I'm gonna just stay part-time. Take care of the shit that I gotta take care of on the outside. I just got so much shit. I was gonna use that to take care of a lot of, you know what I'm saying, the weight that I have. But if they got go be like that and they wanna overwork you and stress you the fuck out and all that shit, fuck that shit. I be needing to mentally check myself because I be fucking spiraling out of control. This is why God isolate and this is why God isolates the chosen. When God isolates the chosen, when He's saving us from ourselves. Peace and blessings, peace, love, and light. God bless. You did. I haven't talked to my son in probably about 2, maybe 3 years now. Last time I seen my son and I talked to him, he came down to spend some time with me for the summer. He went back, I talked to him a couple times. That was it. I won't get into all that why. I ain't, you know what I'm saying? It is what it is. But at this point in my life, I'm making time for me. I spent all my years fighting and chasing my kids, fighting for my kids. No man should have to fight for their kids, especially in the world that they're growing up in. No father should have to fight for their kid. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, like I said, ain't nobody perfect. I ain't on this bitch playing perfect. I've also made my mistakes along the path, but I've never put myself in a position to where I wasn't a good father. You know what I'm saying? That's one thing I take pride in. You dig? Because I never had that growing up. And I love kids, and kids love me. And my kids, you know what I'm saying, connect with me on a different spiritual level. They don't even know it, but my son, he's also another version of me, another chosen one. You dig? He's born 11/11. You did. He's a star seed. So he like, you know what I'm saying? When he around me, he always trying to protect me and all that shit. Like he like, that's my boy. My daughter, that's my first baby. So you know how that go. But I'm really on some it's just me and God right now. I ain't worrying about that. I won't say I wash my hands with it, but as a man, you know what I'm saying, sometimes you gotta be willing to let certain things go. And that be that sacrifice. Because at the end of the day, you gotta understand. I had to understand. It's not my fault. You know what I'm saying? I did everything I could. You know what I'm saying? Back and forth to jail and all this extra shit. Back and forth, arguing about nothing, when the whole goal should be raising healthy babies. You know what I'm saying? People minds so fucked up, and then that's another thing. You got the system. You got the system come into play and making this shit about money, when at the end of the day, fathers is getting fucked over. You did. And it's not for every woman out there, because you did. There's some good women out there. And that took me a while to come to that, because I still have hope. But at the same time, I would never have another kid. Not in this reality, not in this world. You did. Not in what the state this world is in. It's not worth it. You know what I'm saying? It's harsh. You did. Not only that, the main backbone and the main component when it comes to kids is being pushed out of the picture. And you wonder why kids grow up the way that they do, man. You know what I'm saying? Because we might be parents, but kids are gonna grow up and do their own thing, man, at the end of the day. Kids gonna grow up and they gonna get familiar with their own realities, their own movements, you know, their own thoughts, their own thing, you feel me? And to a certain extent, even parents can't control that. But nowadays you got the way shit is just being it really is. It is a tough situation, man. But at the end of the day, especially for the fathers that really do care. You know what I'm saying? But it really took me a long time to get to this point. You know what I'm saying? This ain't even all the way my decision. This is God's decision. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, people think being spiteful and that shit catches up with you in the end, especially when it comes to kids and when it comes to chosen kids. People don't understand that when you have a chosen baby, God sends that baby here for a reason. You did. And anything that I create, I have a real spiritual connection with. And when you try to break that spiritual bond, it's like self-destruction in the end. You know what I'm saying? Because I deal with a lot of shit. I deal with separation anxiety. I deal with all that shit. This is why I don't get close to nobody. Because I understand the world today. Y'all always saying I'm high. I'm not high, man. I just got up. But I understand the world today. get here. I understand this world, this whole reality. I understand all this shit that's going on. You did. I'm not depressed and I'm not high. Thank you. God bless you though. That's why I don't get close to nobody. I don't let nobody get close to me. Because I understand that God is forever. Everything here on this, is temporary. You know what I'm saying? Material shit, money, shit, family, relationships, friendships. All that shit is temporary, man. You got some that's gonna stick. You did. Everything else gonna fade away. All that material shit, that's gonna fade away. Especially nowadays, the way they making shit, don't nothing last no more. That's a good representation of what the state of the world is in today. You dig? Just like them headphones I just got, $300 fucking headphones. No matter what you do or how you keep up with something, it's gonna wear and tear. No matter how you do it. You keep that shit in the case by itself all day. Dust that case every chance you get. That shit is gonna wear and tear. You dig? But as far as my kids, I can't do shit but love them in spirit, man. You dig? That's all I can do. You dig? I gotta do what's best for me. I love myself too now. And when you put motherfuckers in a position where there's money involved and you got greed and you got, you know what I'm saying? Man, it's gonna always forever get fucked over. That's why the moment you have a baby nowadays, all women want to say is my baby, my baby, my baby, my baby. It doesn't work like that. No, it's not just your baby. What's the question, Katie? And the reason why, because of that, is because when you got a whole system backing you behind that shit, and you can do that shit, and you basically getting paid to do that shit, you're gonna do that shit. Water. Especially when there's no respect, no honor. You know what I'm saying? None of that. You most definitely gonna need some water, man. You'll feel better after. You can go with the sugar drinks, the Sprites, all that shit too. You did. Either or. It's your life, man. Live it. But you also can get some water too. After all that, you did. Water is important. Especially nowadays, kids aren't being held. Kids aren't being had naturally. You know what I'm saying? It's like a money grab, basically. You did free money, free food. You did. Sugar Katie. What's a sugar Katie? Lemon water. How about a key lime water? Now key limes are more natural because they have the seeds. None of that GMO shit. So you might want to go with the key lime water, which is what reminded me I need to get some more key limes because I'm out of key limes. And that's another thing why I'm glad I'm finna go part-time, because I ain't really even been drinking my water. I've been eating like shit. I ain't been catching up on my water. None of that shit. If they got seeds, okay, true that, have it your way then. BK, you feel me? Nah, that's cool too though. Good morning, Grand Awakening, peace, love, and light. You have a blessed, wonderful day too, you did? God bless you. My friend, I love you. God bless, peace, love, and light. You did? I might as well get on here for the whole hour. I was just gonna do 30 minutes because I try to get some more rest in before I go in, but because I have to mentally prepare myself before I go in now. Like, jobs can start off cool. You can have that excitement where you can get up and go and have no problems with going. Now I just be dragging in this bitch. Just because I know it's just going to be some bullshit. They're going to have me picking up they slack. That's another thing you got to watch out for. Management. These motherfuckers getting these jobs, they want to be managers and all leads and all that shit, but don't want to put no work in, don't want to do no work. You got to understand, if you picking up a manager role or a lead role, guess what? You have to pull the weight. When motherfuckers like me come in, we come in, help out, do what we need to do, but outside of that, you supposed to be pulling that weight. I say don't beef with them. Like, why would you want to beef with your managers? You gotta be smart. You gotta outthink they ass. Beef with them ain't gonna do shit, but guess what? You gonna be out of a job, and they still gonna be managers. They still gonna be, you know what I'm saying, making their money. So you really ain't doing shit. You really ain't hurting nobody but yourself. You gotta show them your work ethic. Show your work ethic. Don't overdo that shit. You know what I'm saying? You gotta show them that you know what I'm saying, that they could depend on you. You know what I'm saying? That's where that respect come in, yeah. And at the same time, don't take no shit. You know what I'm saying? When they want you to do some extra shit, or they want you to come in and help them out, nah, fuck that. Do your job while you there and go home. That's what all these managers do. They all want a power trip and feel like they got some type of control. Let them feel like they have that control. Let them have that. Because guess what? You don't have to deal with the weight of the bullshit that comes with. You gotta understand, no managers, they have somebody to answer to. And when shit ain't going right, guess what? Motherfuckers is asking them questions. What the fuck you got going on? So then, once they start looking at the workers like, well, I need you to do this to pick up they slack. No. Moving to Detroit for a year. Peace, love, and light. God bless, man. You did. God bless you on your journey. That's what I'm saying. Managers are supposed to pull their weight, man. If you want to be a manager and a lead, you got to have that work ethic. You got to have that fire behind your ass. Because you're going to have to pull that weight. Because guess what? There's only so much we can do when we come in with the hours that we're given. Yes, ma'am. You're right. Kindness go a long way. Peace, love, and light. God bless you. That is the whole goal. That is what we supposed to be doing. We all supposed, God give us all purpose. You did? But we just get caught up in this worldly shit, and everything is built around your energy for you to be, you know what I'm saying, drained, low vibration. Hey, what down? Greetings, peace, love, and light. You did? And harvest your energy. But in reality, we all supposed to be purpose driven. God first, and we supposed to be, you know what I'm saying, working on what God gave us, living off the land. But when they start coming up with bills and all that shit was like a curveball. For real. All that job shit ain't nothing but a trap. That shit is a motherfucking dream killer. There you go, God first. Right. I don't care about nothing but God. I try to keep up with shit to show God. That's another thing, to show God that I'm grateful with the things that God has provided me with, but I'm not going out sad myself to do it, and I've been doing it all off track, spending unnecessary ass money because I gotta fucking eating out, because I ain't got time to sit down, can't get no rest. Fuck that shit. That shit ain't it. And all it takes, as soon as you go in that bitch, fuck up your whole motivation, your whole energy off and shit. Fuck that. I hit their ass back with a curveball. Told they ass, I'm finna let they ass know today. I need to go back part-time. By next week. I'll finish out this week, but next week, I don't give a fuck if it's 1 or 2, 3 days on the schedule. I don't give a fuck. Yeah, man. I mean, when you different anyway, it's all about being different. When you different anyway, people, that's gonna make people, you know what I'm saying, act like that. Especially when you're not doing what everybody else is doing. You did. That's what I do. I lead. I don't follow. I don't do what everybody else is doing. I damn sure ain't kissing no ass. No motherfuckers be. When I first got there, motherfuckers was telling me, "Yeah, that's the boss. You can't tell him you making a target." I'm a grown ass man. What, I ain't got, what, I can't speak? I can't motherfucker have an opinion. I can't speak how I feel as a grown ass man. We ain't no kids in this bitch. We all got one job to do. Come in here and work together. Do what we need to do and go home. We all got shit going on outside this bitch. Everybody got bills, family, and all that shit, kids. Fuckers, we all coming in here. Everybody coming in power tripping and worrying about this and that. Worry about the wrong. That's why shit don't get done. Yeah, because guess what? Everybody else business is damn near out there. Everybody else is know what each other doing and gossiping and, you know what I'm saying, all that extra shit. But you stick to yourself, you ain't, you know what I'm saying? You gotta know motherfuckers gonna talk about your ass too. It ain't gonna always be good. Yeah, you can't get too comfortable, man. You can't let motherfuckers get too comfortable. That's why I don't let nobody get close to me. I be cool, you know what I'm saying? Peace, love, and light. Appreciate the life. God bless. You did. I be cool, but you know what I'm saying? I do small conversations here and there, especially when you chosen. You're gonna attract good and bad. You're gonna attract the low vibrational motherfuckers, and you're gonna attract the good motherfuckers. But at the same time, it's all about creating that balance. I don't let motherfuckers get close to me. I don't want to kick it. I don't want none of that. My interest ain't even all the way there. I ain't with all that going out, hanging out shit, because my interest ain't there. I like to bounce around and move around. I'm instantly going to be on to the next. And I'm very calculated. So when I do certain shit, there's a time limit on what I'm finna do, how long I'm finna be here, and I'm leaving. You dig? I'm not sitting around waiting on shit. I'm not hanging out. I'm not doing none of that shit. That's why I be by my damn self. That's all you can do. And it makes your day a lot easier. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers be coming in work, moping around, face all balled up and shit, don't want to talk to nobody. I can't live like that. I can't live like that. I got a motherfucking, you know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers be living their days like that, all moping around and mad at the world, depressed, down, all that shit. Fuck that. No matter what I'm going through, I'm gonna make light of that shit. For real, I hate that shit when a motherfucker be trying to, like, it's cool, like you have to really be at a certain alignment, like all that exchanging numbers and all that shit. Cause I ain't no phone talking motherfucker. I'm not finna talk on no phone. I'm not finna be doing all that texting back and forth. If you can't, especially if you can't communicate in public, or you ain't trying to, like, even if I was to go hang out with a motherfucker, you ain't trying to in person and be motherfucking straight up, straightforward about that shit. Well, we doing this, let's do this, let's do that. Fuck that shit. No negative energy, for real. That shit draining. Hell yeah. I remember one job I was at, everybody was in that bitch gossiping, talking about motherfuckers, and you know what I'm saying? I'm just sitting there quiet as hell, like, cause I don't do all that shit. You gotta understand, that shit is a sin too. All that gossiping and talking about motherfuckers and shit, God don't like that shit neither. But motherfuckers instantly to looking at me like, you know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers stop doing that shit around me. So I'm like, yeah, they probably talking about my ass too. But you know what I'm saying? All that negative shit, that shit ain't it. Hell yeah, shit. Nowadays, you gotta have social media, all that shit. Everybody is on this whole digital shit right now. Hell yeah. I can somewhat relate, because back then when I was growing up, all we had was flip phones. There wasn't no online, you know what I'm saying? We weren't getting online and doing all that shit from your phone, and it was only call and text, free nights and weekends, goddamn it. For real, most definitely ain't it. This shit is a whole different world. I'm glad I got on this motherfucker. I wasn't even gonna get on here this morning, because this work shit just be getting in the way of everything I got going on. I'm glad I did, man. Appreciate y'all for popping out. I'm gonna have a good day. Thanks to y'all. I'm gonna try to have a good day. Peace, love, and light, Queen. God bless. You did? My queen. Man, them flip phones was it. You did? Even if you got a motherfucking BlackBerry or some shit like that, it still ain't have all that shit on there. Hell yeah. Motherfuckers weren't able to trace your shit like they do now with all these apps and looking in on your camera and all that shit. They couldn't do all that shit then. Tracking you and shit. Hell yeah. You gotta understand, man. Even dealing with that work shit, you gotta understand. I've been in some jobs where, you know what I'm saying? A lot of times, a lot of motherfuckers don't even be in that bitch. They don't even be human in that motherfucker. Them motherfuckers, them higher up motherfuckers that be coming in there and all that shit. And then you got some of the workers that be coming in that bitch that don't be human. Like NPCs, you got the demonic entities, you got the low vibrational motherfuckers coming in there pulling on your energy and shit too. And if you coming in light, motherfuckers is you gonna irritate a lot of motherfuckers' demons. Hell yeah, technology most definitely wasn't what it was then, what it is now. This shit is on a whole nother level. That's what I'm saying, man. Them was the best fucking years, man. Best fucking years on the planet. Not only that, our food. I remember we used to eat back then and get energy. Now when you eat, you going right to sleep. That's another thing. That's what I'm saying. This shit moving too fast. People can't even keep up with this shit. And words can't even explain the technology that we don't even see, that they use that we don't even see. You know what I'm saying? Now motherfuckers got drones and all this shit flying around, and you know what I'm saying? You never know what the fuck's going on. To the naked eye. For real, this shit on a whole different level. You gotta really be operating in spirit nowadays. Like, for real, you gotta God first, for real. Because this shit here, low-key demonic as hell. This shit is what you make it. If you gonna be light, you gotta operate out of light, out of all parts of your day. From the moment you leave your house, you gotta pray for that protection, and you gotta continue to be a light. Because there's so much bullshit, wickedness, chaos going on. But it's also a lot of good going on. So you could be a part of that good, contributing to that good energy that's out there. Because there's a lot of motherfuckers operating in that negative, low vibrational shit. For real. This is by us as light, the chosen ones, we get, you know what I'm saying? We get attacked. You did? Motherfuckers looking at us like, why the fuck you so damn happy? Or why the fuck you so, you know what I'm saying? When the world is in chaos and all this bullshit going on, motherfuckers is struggling. Motherfuckers, shit, I'm struggling too, but at the same time, I don't let that shit get to me. I'm the type of motherfucker, you ain't gonna never know what I'm going through, unless I really tell you. Because I'm gonna always be a happy motherfucker. It ain't in me to act like that. And sometimes I done been hurt, I been all that shit. And I used to tell myself like, man, you know what? I'm gonna just stop showing love. I'm gonna stop doing this. I'm gonna stop doing that. As soon as it came around, I was showing love. Cause it ain't in me to, you know what I'm saying? It ain't in me to be on that low vibration. That shit take a lot of energy to sit around and be like, man, I ain't talking to nobody. I hate motherfuckers. That shit take a lot of energy. That shit ain't in me to be like that. I'm literally a light being. I operate out of love. I can't do that low vibrational ass shit. And if I get mad enough, then I can, you know what I'm saying? Like thunder, but I have to really be mad. Like shit have to really make me mad for me to really, you know what I'm saying? But other than that, that's why I be alone, because I don't want, even then, you giving yourself a reason to go around, especially working these jobs, you putting yourself in a position where you are operating in other motherfuckers' energy. Any motherfuckers have access to your energy. So motherfucker might be coming in, having a bad day, or always coming in. Nah, I ain't with all that shit. I mean, I feel like to a certain extent, you never supposed to let stuff get to you, but to a certain extent, it's okay because that's you being aware. You know what I'm saying? You have to go through those certain experiences so you'll know. It's all a learning experience. You know what I'm saying? You have to sometimes, especially when you chose it, you have to get hurt in order to learn a lot of shit because we open ourselves up. You know what I'm saying? And we open ourselves up to be hurt. You know what I'm saying? Without even trying because we just, you know what I'm saying? Good souls. And being a loving person is something you have to accept. You know what I'm saying? It's like a superpower. You know what I'm saying? I always tell myself I would never let nothing or nobody make me out to be something I'm not. If it ain't in you to be, if it's in you to be a loving person, be that. Because at the end of the day, you gotta understand, you are very special to God, man. God knows your heart. You did. And being the complete opposite, you don't get nothing out of that shit. Yeah, yeah, because it all don't be worth it. I'm type of motherfucker. Even if I get mad, I feel bad about it later because I be like, damn. Because I understand where I can take it. I understand, you know what I'm saying? I'm not afraid of nobody, but I'm afraid of myself. I'm afraid of what I can do. You did. I know where I can take things, so I have to be very careful. Forged in fire, true that, peace, love, and light. God bless. You did. Yeah, God knows your heart, man. He knows your heart. And a lot of times we do it to ourselves. That's why I said, God, but sometimes God will save you from yourself, especially if He know you got a good heart, because you're going to constantly put yourself in that situation out of love. When a motherfucker can be envious of you, a motherfucker can be jealous of you, a motherfucker can hate your guts for no reason. A motherfucker won't even know you and hate your guts for no reason. And God will put you in a situation where that shit don't work out, or you know what I'm saying? Because you're not meant to be around those type of people or be in certain situations that makes you, you know what I'm saying, upset or you did. Because being a loving person, you know what I'm saying, we operate out of love. So a lot of times, you know what I'm saying, we can have you know what I'm saying, we easily get hurt. Okay. God bless. God bless to you and yours and them babies, man. I hope y'all enjoy the dog sled. Peace, love, and light. God bless. I will be live probably a little later after I get out for work. I'm about to get ready for work too also. Peace, love, and light. God bless, man. Bye-bye. I appreciate y'all for popping out. See y'all soon. God bless. Hope y'all have a good day today. I'm finna get up out of here too. I gotta get ready for work. You did. God bless y'all, man. No problem. Thank you. I really enjoyed that conversation. You did. That's really started my day off right. So you did. Thanks to y'all. I'm gonna have a good day today. I'm gonna keep y'all in mind. Have a good day today. I'll see y'all later, man. You did. Till next time, stay safe, stay healthy. God bless. It's your boy Red, man. Extraterrestrial. I come in peace. You dig.